Yes. Is everyone the present 10th students? Whatever may be the board you belong to, you can just share your introduction. Okay, Chaitanya is from Bangalore. Very good. Uttar Kannada, Bengaluru. Okay, very good, very good. Andhra. So we have students from all the states, isn't it? From Andhra we have, Karnataka we have, from Tamil Nadu. Lokeshwar is from Tamil Nadu. Okay, Kavya from Sindanur, Vishakhapatnam, Salem. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so everybody present 10th, right? So you may belong to different boards. So some of you are from CBSE board, some of you are from Karnataka board, some of you may be from Andhra board or Tamil Nadu board. So you have different boards. So is everyone following NCERT textbooks? So whatever may be the board you belong to, tell me what textbooks you follow in your board. Is it NCERT or some other textbook? NCERT? Yes. So are you all following this textbook NCERT? Okay, very good. So most of you are following NCERT. Very good. Okay, okay. So almost everybody are from NCERT, right? Okay, okay. So that's good, that's good, very good. And you all know that in case of science, right, NCERT has got 16 chapters. NCERT has got 16 chapters. Okay, so few chapters from chemistry part, few chapters from biology part, and few chapters from physics part. All together is 16 chapters. Okay, see, among 16 chapters, you know what? If you leave 4 chapters, okay, 4 chapters are general. Our environment, sources of energy, okay, sustainable management, and human high. Okay, so 4 chapters are general. So rest 12 chapters, okay, 12 chapters are concept oriented. Concept oriented. Okay, concept oriented in the sense you must know some basics to understand them. Okay, so to understand these 12 chapters, you must definitely know some basics. You should know basics in chemistry to understand chemistry chapters. You should know some basics of biology to understand biology chapters, and you should know some basics of physics to understand physics chapters. Okay, so in these bridge course, okay, I am going to teach you those basics. Okay, so you may ask me, okay, what may be the use of this basics? But after the course, you will only feel that you have become so much strong in the subject, and you will get such a confidence to face class 10, and definitely whatever your teacher tells in your school, you will immediately understand. The deeper aspects also you will immediately understand. Okay, so that is the power of this bridge course that I have designed. Okay, so all the necessary basics from ABC, pin to pin, I am going to teach you. Okay, and I am going to provide you complete handwritten notes. Okay, so complete handwritten notes I am going to provide on all 16 chapters. On all 16 chapters, handwritten notes in the sense it's not the question and answers. I'm not giving answers for in-text questions and exercise questions. No, all the concepts of the textbook was neatly written point wise. Okay, in the language that you can understand, in a simple English language. All the concepts of all the chapters are neatly written point wise. If you can read that handwritten notes pin to pin, that is more than enough to score 100% of the marks. I'm telling you, 100% of the marks. Okay, so I'm going to provide you complete handwritten notes. So after teaching all the basics, maybe after a week you will find complete handwritten notes in a course. Okay, you can download the notes and you can take a printout and read for yourself. All the 16 chapters handwritten notes I am going to provide you. Okay, fine. So now I am giving you instructions for these live classes. Today is a free live class. Okay, and from tomorrow onwards it will not be free. If you pay only, the live class is visible for you. And suppose if anyone misses a live class, after the live class got over, within 1 hour its recording will be available. Okay, so you can watch the recording whenever you want. Okay, so don't worry that if you miss a live class, its recording is available. You can watch it number of times you want, and whenever you want you can watch it. Okay, fine. And one more thing is, please have high speed internet package. Okay, so those who are taking a course or those who have already taken up the course, please do have high speed internet. Okay, so it will consume little high internet. Okay, so please, high speed internet package you should have. Okay, and the important point before you attend these live classes, definitely you should sit with book and pen. Okay, you should sit with book and pen. Whatever I am telling or whatever I write on a board, everything you should write and keep. Okay, so everything, pin to pin, whatever I am writing on a board, everything must be there in your notebook. Throughout the year, these basics will help you. Okay, so keep one separate notebook, okay, for this bridge course. I guarantee you it will give lot of use, okay, in the rest of the months. I mean, till you complete your 10th standard. So this is package of all fundamentals I am giving you. Okay, so I am making you to prepare for your 10th. Okay, so when you are strong with your basics, you know what, you will definitely understand every concept with ease. Okay, so if you are not understanding any concept, it means that you don't have basics. That is the only reason. If you are not understanding a concept, there are two reasons, guys. One is you are not paying attention to your teacher. The other one is, even if you pay attention, if you don't understand, you are weak in basics. Okay, so basics are that much essential, especially to understand chemistry chapters. Okay, fine. So definitely these are the important criteria, okay, for the course. You should have high speed internet, and the second one is you should definitely sit with a book and pen. Whatever I write on a board, everything you should write down in your books. Okay, fine. And now I will begin with the first topic today. Okay, I'll not delay. I'll begin with the first interesting topic. Okay, some aspects of chemistry I am dealing here. Okay, and one more important thing is, when I tell something, when I teach you something, okay, you're not supposed to chat. When I ask you a question, you have to touch the chat box and type your answer. Okay, so my sessions will be interactive. Okay, so whenever I ask a question, you are supposed to chat. Otherwise, don't go for seeing a chat box. Okay, complete concentration you should have. Okay, so concentration is must and should. Don't see what others are chatting, how many have joined. Okay, so all those things I don't want in a class. I want complete attention, right? And you're supposed to chat only when I ask a question. So otherwise, don't look at the chat box. Okay, so now are you all ready with book and pen, guys? So tell me yes, so that I will start. Are you all ready? So are you all ready to rock the live classes? Are you ready with book and pen? Go get your book and pen immediately. If book is not there, get your book and pen immediately. Okay, so if you say yes, I'll start. Bharti says yes, Kushi says okay, Bopanna yes, Gayatri, Yashashwini, Jaitra, Siri, sorry, Shri. I may not read all the names. Okay, so fine. Diksha says yes, Nagamma says yes. Fine. So everybody are ready with book and pen, no? One simple question I'll ask you. Very, very simple question. Okay. How many of you know the difference between these words that I'm writing on a board? You also write down in your book and keep in the way I have written on a board. Okay. My question is, how many of you know the difference between these words? Element, first word, second word, atoms, third word, molecule, and the fourth word, compound. Okay, so these are the common words that we use in case of chemistry chapters. Okay, so this is a very, very fundamental words that we use in science. And you know what? I tell you, make a point, 80% of the students don't know the difference between these words. They'll get confused. They'll get confused. You know what? They'll get confused between the meaning of element and atom, and many of them will get confused between the meaning of molecule and compound. You tell me, how many of you clearly knows the meaning and how many don't know? When you say don't know, it's fine. We are learning. We are here to learn. So I want you to be prompt. Okay. If you know the difference between these words, say yes. If you don't know the difference between these words, say no. I want the answers now. Say don't know. Bopanna says I know. Pooja says don't know. Okay, that's okay. If you don't know, I'm here to tell you. Okay, don't know. Don't know. Yes, see, I'm getting so many don't knows. I'm getting so many no's and I'm getting so many don't knows. S's are very rare. Okay, only 2 or 3 have said S. Okay, and simply don't tell me yes. Okay, so this is to understand, this is to know. Okay, so you don't need to prove in front of me. You have to be honest with yourself. Okay. And don't give any definitions. I'm not asking you know their difference or you don't know. That's it I want. Okay, do you know what they mean or you don't know? That's it. Yes. Okay. See, from this point onwards, I will start my classes. Okay. So I'm starting from ABCD and I'll go the concepts to a deeper version also, slowly, day by day, day by day. Okay, see, this is the very, very fundamentals of chemistry. I'm starting from this onwards. Okay, so that's why I said, even if you have zero knowledge in science, you know, for them, this is the best course I can say. Okay, so learn the concepts and become hero in your class, definitely. Okay, so now I am telling their meanings with good real life examples. Okay, fine. See, element. First, let me give you the definition and see how much you can understand. Definition, you know, I'm not giving you a textbook definition. So I'll just give its meaning in the form of a simple sentence. Okay, so note it down, guys. Element is nothing but pure substance. Element is nothing but pure substance. Okay, and this element is made up of same type of particles. Same type of particles. See, in a very simple sentence, I have given its definition. I have not gone for any textbook definition. Okay, so what is an element? It is the pure substance made up of same type of particles. Okay, and you know what? We have so many elements in our nature. Sodium is an element, magnesium is an element, oxygen is an element, hydrogen is an element. Okay, like that, we have 118 elements in our nature. We have 118 elements in our nature. Okay, so we are all the combination of these elements after all. Okay, so you know what? The food we eat, food is mainly called as glucose. Food is mainly called as glucose. You know what? Glucose means what? It has element carbon, it has element hydrogen, it has element oxygen. Okay, so combination of these elements gives you so many chemicals. Okay, so whatever you see, whatever you feel, everything is a chemical. We ourselves is a chemical. Chalk piece is a chemical. Board is a chemical. You know, all these chemicals are made up of these elements only. Okay, so elements are very, very important. Without elements, we wouldn't have been there. Without elements, nothing would have existed in our nature. Okay, not even any living thing or non-living thing, nothing would have been there. Everything is a mixture of so many elements, different types of elements. Okay, so element is a pure substance made up of same type of particles. Okay, and I told you element is made up of same type of particles. This particle only we will call it as atom. Okay, so you know what do you mean by atom? Atom is nothing but smallest particle of an element. Smallest particle of an element is called as atom. Okay, I told you, if you take a small piece of element, it has got crores and crores of atoms, same type of atoms. Okay, and that smallest particle, right? If you take a small piece, I told you, it has got crores and crores of particles. So this smallest particle is there now. That is what we mean by atom. Okay, so got to know the difference between element and atom, guys? Element is one substance, okay, pure form, okay, and it is made up of so many small particles, and each small particle that is there in the element, no, that is called as atoms. Okay, so it's clear that element is okay, atom is okay, right? So now coming to a molecule. Okay, so you know what, when elements combine, when, let me call this way, when atoms of element, when atoms of element combine, you know, molecule is formed. Molecule is formed, right? Suppose H2O, water chemical formula is H2O. How is H2O formed? You know, this H means hydrogen element, O means oxygen element. So when which of element combines? Atoms. Element as atoms, no? Atoms of element when combined, you get molecules. Okay, see, when one oxygen atom combine with another oxygen atom, you get oxygen molecule. Same atoms may combine or different atoms of elements can combine. Okay, so you remember one thing, guys, when I say atom combine or when I say element combine, meaning is same. Okay, element combine means what? Atoms are there in element, no, they are combining. That is what the in-depth meaning there. Okay, so always understand, whenever teacher says elements combine or whenever teacher says atoms combine, it is same only. Okay, because where are atoms present? Atoms are present in element, right? So one example I'll tell you. See, when I go from here to here or when I go from here to here, what do you say? Nalini ma'am is walking. Okay, Nalini ma'am is walking. But what actually, which part of my body is walking? Legs. Okay, so you don't specifically say leg of Nalini ma'am is walking. Right? So here Nalini ma'am is element. Leg is what? Atom. So do you say leg of Nalini ma'am walking? No, no. Nalini ma'am is walking. Right? So that is what the meaning, guys. Whenever we say element combining, meaning is same. Whenever we say atom combining, meaning is same. Okay. Element combining means element as atoms, no. Those guys are actually combining. Okay, see, atoms of same element can combine or atoms of different elements also can combine. So when different atoms combine, what is formed? Molecule is formed. Okay, so that is what we mean by molecule. Clear? Fine. Now I am moving to compound. Okay, so most of them will get confused that molecule and compound. Okay, slight difference is there between molecule and compound. Okay, so when I say just one H2O, you will call it as molecule, because hydrogen element combined with oxygen, or I can also say hydrogen atoms combined with oxygen. And look at here, how many atoms of hydrogen combined? Two atoms of hydrogen combining with one atom of oxygen to form water. Okay, so this is a molecule, this is a molecule. And when you take 10 ml of water, suppose in a beaker or in a glass, you know what, you have taken 10 ml of water, 10 ml of water, right? So you don't have single H2O here, right? In 10 ml of quantity, you do not have single H2O. Right? So you have crores and crores of H2O here, right? So combination of molecules staying together is called as compound. Okay, so when too many molecules stay in one place, then that is called as compound. Molecule means single. So the whole 10 ml of water is called as compound. But in that 10 ml, do you have only one molecule of H2O? No. Crores and crores of H2O is there. Each H2O is called as molecule. Each H2O is called as molecule. Okay, so this is the difference between element, atom, molecule and compound. Okay, got to know? So compound is group of so many molecules. Okay, and each one, say for example, this is chalk piece. Okay, so this is a chalk piece. You know what? This chalk piece is there. No, I'll call it as, I will say this chalk piece is a compound of which chemical, which molecule, calcium carbonate. Okay, so there are so many calcium carbonates, crores and crores of calcium carbonate is there in this chalk piece. So I will call this as compound. I will call this as compound because groups of calcium carbonate is there. Okay, and each calcium carbonate is called as molecule. Okay, and how is this molecule formed? When one element of calcium combined with carbon and oxygen, this molecule is formed. So I can say element combined, or I can say atom combined. One atom of calcium combined with one atom of carbon combined with how many atoms of oxygen? 3 atoms of oxygen. So by the combination of different atoms of different elements, you got this molecule. When all those molecules are staying together to form what? Compound. Okay, so compound is group of molecules staying together. Okay, and each formula we are calling it as molecule. Okay, so molecules are made up of by the combination of atoms of element. Okay, so this is what the basic difference that everybody must know, between element, atom, molecule and compound. So is this clear, guys? So did you get the feeling of understanding these terms now? Okay, Santosh is asking how to represent compound and molecule. Both. When I say write the chemical formula of calcium carbonate, CaCO3, write the chemical formula for a molecule of calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Chemical formula remains the same, guys, for both molecule and compound. That fine line of difference is important. Okay, molecule, when you say, you're talking about single one. Compound, when you write, you're talking about group of so many. Molecular formula remains same. Okay, molecular formula remains same. Meaning wise, there is a fine difference. Okay, so that fine difference also you should know. Okay, so did you get the feeling of understanding now these words? Okay, fine. And Tanishka says, ma'am, do the compounds have ratio? Yes, ratio is there and all that is the secondary. So all those we are not discussing now. Okay, so ma'am, definition of compounds. Okay, if you want a definition of compound, so this is how you write. Groups of molecules, okay, is called is called, group of molecules is called compound. Is called compound. Okay, so that one, that's it. I'm not giving you the textbook definitions. I want you to understand them very clearly. Okay, so fine. So group of molecules is called compound, right? So this is the most fundamental basic thing. Okay, right? So Anisha says compound is little bit confused. Very simple, guys. See, when you talk about one H2O, it is called molecule. When you talk about hundreds of H2O staying together, then that group of 100 H2Os is called compound. One H2O is a molecule, you say. Hundreds of H2O stays together in a beaker, then that whole, that group is called as compound. Okay, got to know? That's it. See, sheep, herd of sheep, you say. Herd means what? Herd means what? Group of sheep. Okay, so herd is nothing but a compound. Each one, which you call it as a sheep, no, that is called as molecule. Very simple. Okay, fine. Okay. So now look at here. I'm going little deeper. So today I am making you perfect with one of the question that can be asked for board examination. Okay, see here. And now you understood, no? So the whole story is because of the elements. We have different elements in our nature. Because they are there in our nature, atoms in them are combining with each other to form different molecules, isn't it? So let us understand more things about element. Okay, so element is the main thing that is there in our nature. Inside element, atoms are there, atoms are combining, so molecules are forming. Okay, so I told you there are 118 elements present in our nature. Okay, so how many elements? 118 elements present in our nature. And all those 118 elements, they were beautifully arranged in a particular format. Scientists studied about all those 118 elements and they are beautifully arranged in a particular pattern. So that pattern is called as periodic table. So now I am discussing periodic, so-called periodic table. Okay, so I am giving a very easy definition for periodic table. Periodic table, write down, guys. It is the arrangement of, okay, along with me, you should be writing in your book. Science is not just listening. Your mind must work, your hand must work, everything must work. Only then you will get the concept. Okay, so write down. It is the arrangement of elements in a particular pattern. Okay, and which particular pattern, on what logic, on what concept these elements are arranged, all of them you will discuss in the chapter called periodic classification of elements. So that I am not telling you now. Okay, so all these elements, 100 elements, beautifully arranged in the form of periodic table. So in your textbook, if you have a periodic table, can you just open it? Yes. In your textbook, if you have periodic table, in the periodic classification of elements, periodic table chart will be there. Look at here, like this. You must have seen, no? This chart in your chemistry labs or in your classrooms or in your schools. So this is what we call periodic table. Okay, so in this periodic table, so there are certain symbols. So they are the symbols for elements, guys. Okay, so all 118 elements very nicely arranged in this periodic table. Okay, fine. And now Tanishka says the periodic table chapter is deleted for CBSE. Even if the chapter is deleted, its fundamentals are very much essential to understand first 3 chapters of chemistry. Okay, so it's a fundamental thing. I'm not teaching you the chapter here. Whatever basics you must learn, for that fundamental it is. So definitely you should learn it. Right? Fine. So now I am going to write that periodic table, and I am going to mention certain elements in the periodic table, and they are very much essential to remember. Okay, so now I am going to draw the periodic table. Complete periodic table, all the elements need to mug up. Okay, you can mug up only few elements for 10th board point of view. Okay, so only around 20 to 25 elements, if you know, that is more than enough, okay, for your 10th board. Okay, so many of them will ask, ma'am, how to remember all elements in periodic table? You will remember when you study them. Okay, so when you go for class 11 and 12, no, you are going to study all of them, automatically they will get registered in your head. Okay, so now I am providing you the periodic table and with only certain elements, and that is more than enough to remember. Okay, fine. See, you must have seen in the periodic table there are so many vertical lines and horizontal lines, right? And you know what? There are 18 vertical lines. Okay, vertical lines in the sense like this. Okay, so like this, how many lines are there? 18 vertical lines are there. Okay, and those 18 vertical lines are called as groups. Okay, so I'm writing here, guys. So there are 18 groups in the periodic table. Right? So 18 groups are there. So now I am mentioning all the 18 groups. You also write along with me. Okay, so like this. Right, so this is group number 1, guys. Okay, so group number, I will show it with yellow chalk piece. Group number 1, group number 2. Okay, so group number 3 to group number 12 will come here. Those lines I am not mentioning because that is not necessary. Okay, so those lines I am not mentioning because they are not necessary for your 10th level. Okay, so now this vertical line, this is group number 13, group number 14, group number 15, group number 16, group number 17, and group number 18. See here, 18 groups I have mentioned. Okay, 18 groups. Right, so group number 1, group number 2, group 3 to 12 I am not mentioning because that is not necessary for your level. Group 13, group means like this, vertical columns are called as group. Okay, group 13, group 14, group 15, 16, 17 and 18, like that. Okay, fine. And rows are also there, rows. Okay, rows means what? Horizontal rows. You know what? Horizontal rows. They are actually called as periods. Okay, so you know what? 7 periods are there in the periodic table. Periods means what? Like this, horizontal rows. Okay, and you know what? First period is very small. First period has got only 2 elements, guys. See, I am writing the symbol of the first element, and these elements have got some numbers, just like roll numbers. So in your class, you also have roll number, no? Roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3. Like that, these elements also have roll numbers. Okay, so they have arranged the very first element H, symbol H. H means hydrogen. Okay, H means hydrogen. It has got a roll number 1. It has got roll number 1. Okay, and the second element is helium. Okay, in the 18th group it will be there. Helium, symbol He, it has got roll number 2. Okay, and this roll number is called as atomic number. We don't call it as roll number for element. This roll number word I am replacing with another word, that is atomic number. Okay, so atomic number 1 is for the element hydrogen. Atomic number 2 is for the element helium. Okay, so now roll number 3, third element is there, no? Third element is coming here. Okay, lithium with atomic number 3. Write down, guys, like the way I write down. Okay, so Lithium. After lithium comes the fourth element, roll number 4, that is beryllium. Okay, so I will write their symbols and names once again. Just copy the symbols as of now. Okay, beryllium. Boron, fifth element is boron. Sixth element is carbon. Okay, seventh element is N, that is nitrogen. Eighth element is oxygen, its roll number is 8. Okay, so ninth element is fluorine, its roll number is 9. Okay, 10th element is neon, its roll number is 10. Okay, so 1 to 10 elements, where it came we understood. Okay, 1 to 10 elements we have understood, right? Now roll number 11 is for the element sodium, Na, which has got roll number 11. Okay, and next element is magnesium, which has got atomic number 12. Atomic number is nothing but roll number only. Okay, next will be aluminium with atomic number 13, that means roll number 13. Okay, so roll number 14 is for silicon. Okay, and then below nitrogen it is phosphorus. 15 is the roll number, and sulfur 16 is the roll number. Here comes chlorine, 17 is the roll number. Argon 18 is the roll number. Okay, next coming here. Okay, argon is over. 19th element is potassium. Okay, calcium, it is 20. Okay, that's it, guys. This is the compulsory elements that you should know. Okay, this is the compulsory elements that you should know for your 10th. Very, 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 very important, guys. Okay, got to know. And along with that, you know what? Below calcium, there comes strontium. Okay, so look at here. This first horizontal row, first period has got only 2 elements. This is called second period, second horizontal row. This is called third period, third horizontal row. Fourth period, fourth horizontal row. Fifth period, fifth horizontal row. Sixth period, sixth horizontal row. Seventh period, seventh horizontal row. Okay, only these elements, if you remember, it is enough, guys. Ba here. Okay, barium, and here below chlorine one more element comes bromine, and here iodine. Now this is the necessary elements that you should compulsorily remember. Okay, so if you know this much, next I can talk about their valency. Everything is linked with the previous concept, so it's very important to understand step by step. Okay, so I'm going step by step. Okay, fine. See, right? See, look at here, first period, that means in the first horizontal row only 2 elements will come. Roll number 1 is for hydrogen, roll number 2 is for helium. He means helium. Okay, Li means lithium. Write down their full forms if you don't know. Okay, lithium. Next element, roll number 4 is for beryllium. Your teacher says no. Roll number 1 Anand, roll number 2 Ananya, roll number 3 something Ashish. Like that, name will be there, roll number will be there. Same thing. Elements symbol. Okay, elements roll number. Here the roll number can be called as atomic number. Here it has got some meaning, guys. Atomic number has got some meaning. Later I will tell you. Okay, so this is what you should know. Okay, fine. And what is important to remember here is which element coming in which group and which period. That is important. Okay, so this is a direct question for Karnataka board, guys. Okay, direct question for Karnataka board, and previously CBSE board also they used to ask. Direct question. They'll ask you, element beryllium comes in which group and which period? Group means what? Like this, vertical columns. Period means what? Okay, horizontal row. So beryllium comes in which group? So look at here, beryllium is here. Be means beryllium. Okay, so where is beryllium coming? Beryllium comes in group 2. So where is beryllium comes, they'll ask you. Okay, so beryllium comes in second group, right? And in which period? Look at here, it comes in second period. Okay, so group number of an element, period number of an element is very, very, very important. If you know this, you can easily remember valency. Next that I will teach you. Okay, got to know. So group number, period number, only these elements, where, in which group they are coming, in which period they are coming. This is very, very important to understand. Okay, since most of the students are from Karnataka board, no, so I will tell you, this year 2023 in science examination they have asked one question. You are going to tell me the answer for that. Okay, for 1 mark they have asked one question, so that question I will expose you. Okay, an element, see, look at the question. An element with atomic number, atomic number atomic number 19. Okay, in which group, and in which period does it come? This is the question. In which group and in which period does it come? This is the question, guys. So who will tell me the answer first? An element with atomic number 19. An element with atomic number 19. In which group and in which period it comes? For 1 mark. This year 2023 science examination they have asked. If you have your seniors or your brothers or sisters, go check their question paper. This is there, question number 24th. Okay, for 1 mark, right? So group number, atomic number 19 means what? First you should know. Roll number 19 is for which element? Look at here, here it is there. Roll number 19 is for potassium, right? Roll number 19 is for potassium, right? So potassium is coming in which group? Group number 1. Okay, so what is the answer here? Group 1. G means group. Group 1 it is coming. And in which period it is coming? 4th period. Period number is 4. Okay, got to know. So this is how we have already learned one type of question for board examination. Okay, so got to know. So I want you to remember this, guys. So many will ask, ma'am, how to remember this? Nothing. Just for about 10 days, every day, 5 minutes, look at this. Okay, so which element comes in which period? Just observe and look. It will be registered in your head after 10 days. Okay, so by the end of this course, till this course, every day, just for 5 minutes, you see this. Just for 5 minutes, you just observe and see. After 10 days, you will only tell me that it got registered in your head. Okay, so that is how you can remember, guys. Okay, so got to know. So this is the first fundamental aspect everybody must know. Which elements coming in which group and in which period. Okay, because group number has got some meaning. Period number has got some meaning. If you know group number, you can remember their valency. Okay, which I will tell you next. Got to know? So group number has a meaning, period number has a meaning, so atomic number has a meaning. So everything I am going to tell you. Clear? So in group 1, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium. In group 2, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium. Sr means strontium, Ba means barium. Okay, in group 13, boron, aluminium. No need of remembering other elements. Okay, other elements, group, period, don't want, guys. Okay, so minimum compulsory for 10th is this much. Okay, group 14, carbon, silicon. Group 15, nitrogen, phosphorus. Group 16, oxygen, sulfur. Group 17, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Group 18, helium, neon, argon, and do remember 2 more, krypton, xenon. Okay, so these are the compulsory elements that you should remember. This much clear? Is this much clear? Say yes, so that I'll go for the next thing. Yes? Is this much clear? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So yes, everybody says yes, 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 yes. Very good, very happy. And do remember, guys, 18 groups and 7 periods. 18 groups means 18 vertical columns. 7 periods means 7 horizontal rows. Okay. So Tanishka is asking element. What is the element? Is a pure substance. Naturally, it is present. It's a chemical naturally present in a nature. Single pure substance, which has got so many atoms. Okay, that's what element. Okay, when these elements combine, only molecules are formed. Okay, atoms will be there in element, but they combine, molecules are formed. So the basis for chemistry is all these elements only. Okay, they are naturally present. Oxygen element, hydrogen element, all are pure natural God made chemicals. God made chemicals. In these chemicals there are so called small particles, atoms. Okay, so they are the superheroes. They will only do all the magic in chemical reactions. Okay, fine. Okay, so now this is over, right? Okay, then the next point is, so do you know metals and non-metals? Can you tell me what do you mean by metals? What do you mean by metals and what do you mean by non-metals? Yes? Can you tell me what is a metal? What is a metal? What is a metal? Can you tell me what is a metal? See, many are asking atomic number of krypton. You know, for this 18, no, add 18. Okay, for this 18, see, it's very easy. For argon, atomic number 18, right? So for this 18, add 18. How much do you get? That will be the atomic number of krypton. Okay, so like that. Anyway, their atomic numbers not necessary. Okay, so whosever atomic numbers I mentioned, no, that much only you remember. Extra don't want. Don't burden your head with extra things. Okay, as of now it is not necessary only. Okay, fine. See here, metals. Most of the elements in our periodic table are metals. See, why some elements are called metals, I'll tell you its reason little later. Okay, so first understand this point that we know the properties of metals. Metal is something, yes, they told it conducts electricity, it is ductile, malleable, and so many properties you people are telling, no? So anyway, actually there is a very deeper meaning for calling it as a metal. Okay, so that you will understand later. As of now, try to remember that all elements that is coming from group 1 to group 13, all of them are called as metals. Okay, so all elements of group 1, all elements of group 2, all of 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 till 13. Okay, remember guys, group number 1 to group number 13. Okay, so all these elements are metals. There are few exceptions. Here and there few exceptions are there. So we are not talking about those exceptions. You leave it. Okay, and group number 14, see with white chalk piece I am showing. Group number 14 to, you know, group number 18 are called as non-metals. So have this idea in your head. Okay, so note down this point. All the elements coming from group 1 to group 13 are metals. Some exceptions are there. Okay, but generally speaking, they are all metals. And group number 13 to group number 18, this category of elements are there. No, they are generally called as non-metals. These guys are poor conductors of electricity, non-ductile, non-malleable, and all of them. Okay, and there also some exceptions are there. Okay, so we are not talking about their exceptions. So this is the general idea you all must know. Okay, fine. And now, so we have discussed the elements, where they will come, and which are metals and which are non-metals. Okay, so Suguna is asking, Gautam is asking, what about metalloids? So we don't want about metalloids now. Okay, we don't want to talk about reactivity. I gave this. Okay, so don't worry about metalloids. Right, fine. See now, We got to know what are metals and what are non-metals among them. Okay, fine. And starting of the class, I told that when atoms when atoms present in element, when atoms of element combine, molecules are formed. Molecules are formed, right? So whenever atoms of elements combine, molecules are formed. Okay, fine. So now, what is so special about the atom? Atom, where it is present? In element. In hydrogen element, there are crores of hydrogen atoms. In sodium element, if you take a small piece of sodium element naturally available, you will have hundreds of sodium atoms. In calcium element, there are hundreds of calcium atoms. Okay, so atoms, whenever atoms present in these elements, when they combine, what you are getting? Molecules you are getting. Okay, so now it is understood that atom is a very, very special thing that can able to combine with each other, right? So now one point is very clear, that it is the atom which is combining. So what is there inside the atom? So something must have been there inside the atom also. So that's why they are actually combining. So what is making an atom to combine? Why does an atom combine? Okay, where does an atom combine? What is so special inside the atom that is making an atom combine? Oh, do you know answers for these questions? Yes, how many of you know answers for this question? Why is an atom so special? Okay, why it can have ability to combine with each other? Okay, right? So do you know the answers for the questions that I raised now? Why an atom combine? How an atom combine? Why should, and what is the purpose of the formation of molecule? Right? How many of you know answers for these questions? How many of you know answers for these questions? Yes, and few says electronic configuration, few says nucleus, fundamental unit. So many big words you people are telling. S to become octet rule, right? Subatomic particles. Okay, right? And this particular thing, I'm keeping it for tomorrow's class. Okay, so tomorrow's class is going to be a super interesting class. From tomorrow's class, you're going to get to know what actually we mean by valency, why does an atom combine, which atoms can combine with what atoms. You know what? Strontium cannot combine with barium. Why? But barium can combine with chlorine atom very nicely. Few combinations are possible. Few combinations are not possible. Why? What actually happens? What is so special that is there inside the atom? So all that idea I am telling you tomorrow. Okay, so guys, so that's all about today's class. So how did you feel this introduction part of chemistry? So tell me your opinion. So this, whatever the questions I raised, for all those questions you will get answers for tomorrow's class. Okay. Due to reactivity series, okay, whatever the answers you have, you keep it with you, and tomorrow just listen to the concept and then try to understand. Okay, so thank you. So tell me, how did you find about today's class? Okay, see, I started from very basic onwards. Okay, even if you have a zero knowledge, yes, you can understand this. So very slowly, step by step, I am going, I'll go in a particular pattern. Okay, from basic to deeper aspects, slowly, step by step. Okay, so actually the course is for about 10 days, but it will not get over in 10 days. It may extend to 15 days or 16 days also. Okay, so my motto is to give basics till depth. Okay, so that you can understand all chapters in a deeper sense. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. So we will meet you all in tomorrow's class, and do remember that tomorrow's class is not free. Okay, so to attend tomorrow's class, and if you want complete 16 chapters handwritten notes, you will have to buy this course. Okay, so when you pay, you will pay the attention. That is the target. So when he will ask, ma'am, why do you keep money for the courses? Actually, when you pay something, see, I have not kept thousands of rupees, but I'll give you a lot of information. After 10 days, you will only tell me how worth is the course. Okay, so guys, and yes, people are asking, ma'am, now I'm trying to pay money, but it is impossible. Can I pay money later? Yes, you can pay money later. All these sessions will be in a recorded form. You can watch it. Okay, so I have not kept too much of money for this, very little. It's a matter of sacrificing maybe a Sunday evening snack. Yes or no? If you go for Sunday evening snack, definitely 500 rupees will get over, right? 200 to 500. Just if you can sacrifice one Sunday evening snack, the entire science will become easy for rest of the year. Okay, so guys, so just if you want the handwritten notes, or if you want the concepts like this, right from basics, all biophysics, everything I'll deal. Okay, basics on drawing diagrams also I am teaching you. Everything will be there. Okay, so and you can refer to your friends also. Let everybody get benefit. Don't be a selfish. Okay, so inform all your friends. Tomorrow actual interesting topic begins. Okay, so that's all for today. See you all tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. Good night. And just after the class, so watch this periodic table. I mean, keep observing this periodic table for 10 minutes and then sleep. Okay, so before you sleep, every day for 5 to 10 minutes, you should observe this. After 10 days, every element will get registered in which group it comes and which period it comes. Okay, so even in a sleep, you can able to tell after 10 days. Okay, so only thing that you should do is after every class, just the periodic table, observe for 5 minutes. Okay, so thank you, good night, and all the best. And do refer to your friends also. Let everybody get benefit, especially the people who don't know anything in science. Do recommend the course for them. Okay, so thank you.